Travis Wayne Goodsell. So should I do a safe video, talk about Mormon gospel, how it's been corrupted, rather than talking about the crimes and the evils of the church and Mormons who have been incited by the prophets? I've been seeing a commercial by Eargo. That's a hearing aid for those who qualify for, I guess, Medicaid or Medicare, whatever the elderly have. And it's when the game contestant who gets Eargo for free, he then says, "Holy heck!" It's funny for multiple reasons, but the one for the topic of the video is that of thinking that words have power. Words do not have power. The application of words is where power comes from. Anybody can say something. We all get taught language. But the belief that our alphabet letters have magical powers, such as Abaracadabara, which is I speak, therefore I create, or I create, let's see, as I create, I speak, let's see, Abara, that's I create, Ka, as, Dabara, as speak. I would assume that I is understood in there. I create as I speak. And this, of course, comes from the misinterpretation of the biblical Hebrew. In the biblical Hebrew corrected translation, because only the Jews know how to translate their Hebrew Bible, as they were the ones who put in the vowel markings to fix it to just one translation. Now, if you want to say that the Jews were out of line and in violation of their Deuteronomic law to not add one jot nor tittle to the text, then yes, you can refer to that, and then you'll have to show how the rest of the translation is given, as I did in a video not too long ago, last week, to show that Joseph Smith was correct. But it's when God created. And I have a sneeze. It just sneaks up on me. And that's also wrong, because there's no verb indicator for creation. So it's not the past tense, because you would need the N as a prefix determinative before the verb. And that's not there. And yes, as I indicated, it is a future tense for the verb, which is at the end of Bereshit. But nonetheless, Jewish mysticism helped perpetuate this abracadabraness, as Christians took a twist of it, calling it Christian mysticism, to give the script, the alphabet letters, power and hidden meaning. And I was able to use the various techniques to aid in my decipherment of Paleo-Hebrew. So it's not for nothing, but it's when you perform idolatry by giving power to objects. That's where you go astray. There is no such thing as a good or a bad letter. Therefore, you cannot combine letters of the alphabet together and create a bad word. That's idolatry. With the heck example, which is freely thrown around in America, as many religious people, even Mormons, are scared and superstitious about saying hell. Oh, Travis, oh no. As some people strangely let me in on that by saying HE double hockey sticks or something like that. The word heck comes from Old English hecky and refers to the bleeding of the Christ. So for the Brits, to use hecky was worse than to say the word hell. So the Brits used hell instead of hecky. So yes, how did it happen in America? To switch them? To be paranoid about hell instead of heck? As we use the bleeding of Christ over hell. Well, the Revolutionary War, obviously. We forgot the meaning of the word. We dropped the Y. and bibbity bobbity boo. It's okay now. It's all clear. So when you see in scriptures commandments not to swear, and it has nothing to do with words, like hell or heck or profanity. Profanity in and of itself meant before the wall, meaning the wall of the temple. And so anybody who's outside of the temple is profane. Inside the temple, you're sacred, holy, set apart from the world. It had nothing to do with evil, heathen, whatever, and bad words. It just meant it was the common speech of the people. Whereas within the temple, everything is sacred and holy, set apart from the world, and you use the temple language within the temple. That's all it is. But swearing has nothing to do with cursing either. So I'm doing it. All right. Anyway, cursing is where you like a witch. I curse you to love me. Here's potion number 9. You will love me and you will enjoy it. And so, curses, spells, or prayers to curse people, similar to blessings, prayers, blessings, all the same thing, where you curse or bless people. And based on the idolatrous thinking that by speaking, or you create by speaking as you speak. And so, swearing is where you make a covenant oath that you will do something which dominates your life. I swear by the blood of my father, Inigo Montoya, prepared to die. And so, perfect example from The Princess Bride. He swears an oath that he will get revenge for the murder of his father by the six-fingered man. And his whole life has been spent practicing sword fighting and all sorts of war tactics and piracy so that he can one day meet this six-fingered man and challenge him to a duel. And he does get revenge in the end. But he does talk about how now that he's gotten revenge, he doesn't know what to do because he's lived and spent his whole life in revenge. He has no other skills to do anything else. And that's the danger of swearing. But when you swear an oath of righteousness to God, well, that's where, as long as you don't get caught up in, I'm disavowing the first commandment to mankind so that I can devote my whole life to God and therefore be worthless for anything else, requiring people to donate to your temple or monastery so that you can live. No, it's love is the one and only covenant. And that covenant is supposed to inspire you to learn a skill, trade, talent, and to improve yourself as a human being so that you can benefit other people and thus show love to your fellow man, helping them also. That's really the only covenant of God. There's the marriage covenant in the Mormon church through Joseph Smith. That's where the two of you together make a covenant to have sex, pop out those children. And as our society has changed, women do not necessarily belong in the kitchen. If they're an awesome cook, oh, that's an added bonus. But I'm noticing many women of the rising generation are not being taught how to cook. And so it would not be a good idea to keep them in the kitchen. I remembered I forgot something at work, dear. I'll just grab something at the fast food. You want me to get you anything? Love you. And so, yeah, the times they are changing. But hopefully couples are communicating with each other and talking about how to make their family unit work so that there's no confusion 5 years later with one of the spouses coming back and saying, why aren't you doing this? Well, because in the beginning we said that you wanted to do this. Are you having trouble? Do you need me to step in and help? No, I can do it myself. Yes, I've had experience in this. I know whereof I speak. I have no clothes, dear. Do you need me to help with the laundry? No, I can do it. I sort of need them soon. I'm having to wear dirty clothes today. So yeah, you have to work together, not sabotage the relationship, hoping that the spouse will leave you and make you the martyr when you are the cause. So, yeah, don't worry about language. I mean, we have our whole cultural system completely paranoid and superstitious about the words we use. As people use hate speech with a twisting of words. And that's a dangerous weapon. Because the words themselves that are hate-filled are not powerful in and of themselves. They mean nothing. But it's the manner in which they are used to incite crime and violence and hatred and to justify crime, violence, and hatred. That's where the danger comes in. And so people making threats, people abusing and bullying and cyber trolling other people, that needs to be stopped. But when you have rating systems for entertainment and movies where they'll show coarse language for SpongeBob SquarePants, parental guidance needed. There should be. I don't know why there isn't. I'm pretty sure women understand what's being metaphorically spoken of. SpongeBob, under the water, Mr. Crab. Do I need to go on? I think it's HBO Max that's showing SpongeBob as one of their movies, or is it Xfinity? I can't remember which. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah, they're promoting the movie. And so yes, even sexual innuendo. The Egyptians used their language to teach sex education at the same time, to communicate. And so for them, there was no paranoia, no superstition, no shame, no guilt about referring to sexual matters. There is a funny joke, though, that has been discovered in one of the workers' camps, and they call it the erotic papyra. But because I've deciphered Egyptian petroglyphs, I see more than what the modern Egyptologists are seeing, and are purposely trying to keep it from the public view, as if it needs to be censored from us. I mean, these things are millennia old, and they're trying to censor them from us? Seriously? But nonetheless, and notwithstanding, there's more to the meaning when you translate the petroglyphs, which Egyptologists don't know how to do yet, because I haven't gotten to the sign list with the petroglyphs and the translation of them. So, I don't know. So I hope that helps. So when I slip, I don't know if there are those of you who've heard me that I may slip one day, say something. And so I'm sure all of you are now watching all my videos, waiting till the end, hoping to catch me saying something. Right? Well, because my videos are just so fascinating just to watch in and of themselves, but to watch them, to find me slip up, yeah, well. But yeah, I long for the day where I can be free and express myself exactly how I need it to be expressed. But if that day were to come, I wouldn't need to use such words, because all wickedness would be gone, wouldn't it? Yeah, alright. Yeah, that's it. Quit being paranoid. It's okay to say hell. It's okay to say damn.